laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the 5th year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the 3rd consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Redington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Redington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Purpose-built, adventure-ready, freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years, and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman, legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity, and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the fifth year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the third consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Redington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Redington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Purpose-built, adventure-ready, freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years, and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman, legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity, and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the fifth year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the third consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Redington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Redington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Purpose-built, adventure-ready, freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years, and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman, legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the fifth year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the third consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Reddington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Reddington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net.
I'll be out of your hair. No, you're not even in it. I don't have any hair anyhow, so you can't be in it.
it together. Squeeze it together. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, girls. Thank you, guys.
They can stay right out there.
Oh, girls. Oh, we're gonna stay right out here. This say that's you. Over here. And the lights just off. No, they had the magnets in there. No, but it's
But if somehow you throw a ball, it's up in there, over the netting, that problem kills them. But everything off the base, you know, bounces back up.
Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Purpose-built, adventure-ready, freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years, and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman, legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Epic View Sports Network as we present Lawrence Bulldog Softball. My name is Scott Ballard. I'm coming to you live from the Chase Toys Incorporated broadcasting booth at Lawrence High School in Fairfield. For today's game, the features the visiting Nokomis Warriors and the home team, Lawrence Bulldogs. Today's game is brought to you by Chase Toys, Thorndike Road in Unity, Dirigo Veterinary Care, 14 Commons Drive, Waterville, Hammond Lumber Company online at hammondlumber.com. ES Bulos experienced electrical and telecommunications contractors. Visit esbulos.com. Reddington Fairview General Hospital, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Northeast Analytical on the China Road in Winslow, and Two Rivers Campground, Canaan Road in Skowhegan. Lawrence comes into today's game at 5-5, seeded 12th in Class B North. While the Nokomis Warriors under head coach J.D. McClellan are 7-4, currently seeded 5th in Class B North. Nokomis is coming off a 10-0 win over Winslow on Monday, while Lawrence has won 4 of its last 5 games under head coach Joe Marcoux. Lawrence had a bye on Monday and last saw action last Friday when they defeated Messalonski 16-3. This is a big game today for the Bulldogs as they fight for a playoff spot. Nokomis a very heel point worthy team. Let's set the lineups for today. First for the visiting Warriors of Nokomis. Leading off number 14 doing the pitching, Hallie Coots. Batting second, the shortstop number 3, Mackenzie Watson. In the third spot, the center fielder number 6, Reagan King. Batting fourth is the first baseman number 7, Annie Nice. In the fifth spot, the second baseman number 13, Leah Tasker. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 18, Addie Menard. Number 7, Number 5, set left fielder Delaney Randlett bats in the 7 hole. Number 9, Reese Moulton bats in the 8 spot. Natalie Nickerson, the designated player today, number 22, bats 9th. And in the 10th spot, Haley Getchell, the flex player today, also doing the catching. She's number 10. And we are ready for action from Sunsplashed Lawrence High School here today. Stepping into the box for Nokomis is number 14, Haley Coots. We'll set the Lawrence defense here in just a moment. First pitch of the game is outside for a ball. Lawrence defense, left fielder, number 3, Leah Gallant. Number 4, Maddie Provost in center. 22, Mel Thompson in right. Do the infield after this pitch. Pitch is in for a strike. Home plate umpire Dick Dwyer declares so. Around the infield, Natalie Pelletier at third, J.C. Elkins at short, Natalie Grouch playing second. Leah Tippett's at first base today. Pitch delivered by pitcher number 32, Aaliyah Williams. Sails high for a ball. The count runs to 2-1. Doing the catching today, number 7, Ashley Shores for the Bulldogs. Again, a big game for the Bulldogs today as Nokomis comes to town with quite a few heel points. A little slap hit to short. Safe at first on the wide throw. And down to second, scampers Coots on the ball that went to the fence. And Nokomis threatens early with a runner at second, nobody out. In steps Mackenzie Watson. Mackenzie's playing shortstop today. She's number 3. Again, a very warm day here today. My monitor is telling me it's still 85 degrees. Nice sunny sky. Popped up on the first pitch. Second baseman Natalie Gallard camps under it, makes the play. Fires down to second, a little too late. Coots back in safely. 1 down. On the pop out to second base. Number 3 hitter Reagan King steps in. Reagan playing center field today. She wears number 6 for the Warriors. Aaliyah Williams kicks in, deals. Strike. 0-1 the count on Reagan King. Warriors come into today's game with a 7-4 record. Ooh, just outside. Count runs to 1-1 on King. Williams pitch. Chopped back to the mound. Williams goes to first for the out on the 1-3 putout. So that goes Williams over to the first baseman Tibbetts. We had a very special moment here before the game today. Umpire Phil Alley, who was still here in attendance, who had suffered a fairly serious medical incident at a game at Winslow High School the week before last. Was a very serious incident, and we are very happy to report that he is recovering and was actually able to come here today. In a very special moment, Phil Alley was able to deliver the ground rules, and he looks good. It was a very special moment, and a lot of prayers answered for his continued recovery. Pitch called a strike. Counts 1-1 on the batter, Annie Nice. And he's playing first base today. Foul back. Count goes to 1-2. Ball retrieved by the catcher. One and two the count. Drop back to the mound again. Aaliyah Williams steps and throws for the out. And that's going to retire the side. And after 1/2 inning, there's no score. I'll read a few ads here for you. Right next to the Starbucks or online at DirigoVet.com. Epic View Studios has sponsorship space available for this broadcast. If you're looking to attract more customers, hire employees, or create awareness for your business, we can help. There are thousands of viewers just like you who watch sports here on Epic View Studios. Get your ad on TV. Call my boss, Brian, at 207-631-8870 or email him at brian@epicviewstudios.com. View is V-U-E. Also a sponsor, Reddington Fairview General Hospital. It's a local independent critical access hospital providing quality comprehensive healthcare services located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan. Learn more at rfgh.net. Discover your next outdoor getaway at Two Rivers Campground, located on the scenic Kennebec River and Westernset Stream in Skowhegan. Adventure, relaxation, and great memories await. Start your journey at Two Rivers Campground. Visit us online or call 474-6482. And finally, Central Maine Autos Group, Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmaautogroup.com. It's a great day for softball. It is a little breezy, but we're not going to complain about that because it is 85 degrees. The sun is shining. We've earned this weather. It's been a long, cold winter and not a great spring to this point. But today certainly is nice. Leading off for the Bulldogs is the pitcher, Aaliyah Williams. Aaliyah got out of a mini jam in the top half of the first with a runner at second and nobody out. Nice job by Williams fielding a couple balls back to her. First pitch is a ball. Pitcher Hallie Coots, number 14. 1-0 on Williams. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That evens the count at 1-1. Home plate Dick Dwyer. Home plate umpire Dick Dwyer. Peers out. Calls that a ball. 2-1. The leadoff batter Williams. Williams doing the pitching today. Coots with the pitch. And a swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. We'll set the Nokomis defense here in just a moment. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So for Nokomis, left fielder number 5, Delaney Randlett. Center fielder number 6, Reagan King. And right field, we have number 2, Reese Moulton. Around the infield, number 18, Addie Menard at third. Mackenzie Watson is your shortstop today. Leah Tasker at second base. And number 7, Annie Nice is your first baseman. As mentioned, number 14, Hallie Coots is the pitcher. And number 2, Haley Getchell doing the catching for the Warriors today. Foul back, Natalie Pelletier, third baseman for the Bulldogs. Fouls that one back. 0-1 the count. Nokomis comes in with a record of 7-4. Currently seated 5th in Class B North. The Bulldogs looking for some much-needed heel points today as we approach the 3/4-ish mark of the season. Season goes awful quick. High school baseball, softball in Maine, it goes awful quick. Pitch was a ball. It's 1-1 on Pelletier. Delivery from Coots. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count on Pelletier, the third baseman. Defense playing Pelletier straight away. And the pitch and a check swing. And she went is the call from Larry Workman, the umpire on the bases today. So Pelletier down by strikes. 2 quick outs for Coots and the Warriors here in the bottom of the first. Maddie Provost, outstanding basketball player for the Bulldogs. Led Lawrence to a state championship this year. Strike 1 to Provost. 0-1 the count. Coots with good command early. Provost way up in the box. Strike 2 on the outside part. Provost nods in agreement. It's 0-2. Provost playing center field today. That's a ball outside. Just a bit outside, as Bob Euchre would say. Mel Thompson. Oh, excuse me. The catcher, Haley Getchell, retrieves the ball. Back to Coots. Counts 1-2 on Provost. Ball high. Count goes to 2-2. Coots trying to get Provost to chase. Pitch out of the zone. Provost not falling for it. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Nubbed. Those sometimes spin back. Stayed foul. Reviewed by the first baseman, Annie Nice. 2-2 remains to count on Provost. Swing and a miss. And Hallie Coote strikes out the side. And at the end of 1, we have no score. Back in a moment.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of 2 recent continuing traditions. For the 5th year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best
Reddington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Reddington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located
here today with the outstanding cameraman technician Gage Johnson. Wonderful day for softball. Can't stress enough how enjoyable this is. Pitch is high for a ball. 1-2 the count on Tasker, leading off here in the top of the second. No score here from Fairfield. Pitch just outside. 2-2 the count. Nice offer from Aaliyah Williams. Comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Tasker down on strikes. And that'll bring number 18, third baseman Addie Menard, to the plate. Both pitchers sharp early here today. It helps when the weather's warm. You stay loose. Foul back. 0-1 the count on Menard. Again, just a really nice moment before the game with umpire Phil Alley making a return to the diamond. And again, he does look good. That is a called strike. Quickly 0-2 on Menard, and Williams looks real sharp early. Not foul, right off the hands. Count remains 0-2. Ashley Shores retrieves the softball, fires it back to Williams. Ashley Shores, an outstanding catcher. A little rare to see a lefty back there, but if anyone can do it, Ashley can. She's an outstanding athlete. Very instrumental in the Bulldogs' run to the state championship in basketball this winter. It's a ball high. Count 1-2 on the third baseman Menard. Swing and a miss. And that's 5 straight. Put down by the pitcher Aaliyah Williams. 2 down. Here in the top of the second, Delaney Randlett, the left fielder, steps in. Nice pitch on the inside part of the plate. Aaliyah Williams has done a nice job getting ahead of the hitters here today. Makes a huge difference when it's 0-2, 1-2. Hard hit ball to third. Pelletier scoops and fires to first. Nice play by Pelletier to end the inning. And the Warriors go in order here in the top of the second in a very fast-moving game. Both pitchers throwing strikes. Everything goes a little bit better when the weather's nice like this. Defense is a little better. The pitching is a little bit better. I'll ask Dick Dwyer if the umpiring might be even a little bit better. Well, the post-game show later, this is going to be brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company. 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire and online at hammondlumber.com. We'll also have a play of the game later. Today's precision play of the game is brought to you by Chase Toys, as only precision brands like Polaris ATVs, Ski-Doo snowmobiles, Link snowmobiles, Climb apparel, plus Toro and Husqvarna lawn and garden equipment. See what's available on Thorndike Road in Unity or online at chasetoysinc.com. We will also have the player of the game today. That's brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company with 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Online at hammondlumber.com. Pitcher Hallie Coots finishing her warm-up tosses. Throw down to second. Haley Getchell. Leading off for the Bulldogs, cleanup hitter Ashley Shores. Ashley does not get cheated when she swings the bat. Outstanding catcher, and so is the center fielder. Probably a smart move. Popped high up into the air and back out of play, right over my head. Again, you can see what I mean. Ashley Shores does not get cheated when she swings the bat. Kind of fun to watch. Counts 0-1. Here in the bottom of the second from Fairfield. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Coots. The outside part of the plate, low. Excellent spot. 0-2 on Shores. Foul back. Just missing it with Shores on that 0-2 delivery. Coots, like her counterpart Williams, getting ahead of the hitters, throwing strikes, working fast. Another foul back from off the bat of Shores. Count remains 0-2 on the catcher Shores. And Coots is happy with the sign, and here is the 0-2 pitch. That's just a little bit outside. Nice offer, though, from Coots, trying to get Shores to chase. She was having none of it. Count is now 1-2. Coots working under the watchful eye of head coach J.D. McClellan. It's a ball outside. 2-2. JD's Warriors are 7-4 on the season, seeded 5th. Game number 12 on the season, 16 games scheduled for these teams. Hard hit ball to right center. Yep, that is through for a hit. Shores found a spot to hit it where they ain't, as we Willie Kearley used to say. That is a single for Shores. Nice job hitting, coming out of that 0-2 count. And the Bulldogs have their leadoff hitter on, as I put it in the wrong spot in the scorebook. Rectify that right now. Here comes Leah Gant, the left fielder. Leah Gallant, the left fielder, number 3. Gets the bunt down. Nice bunt. Sacrifice bunt. Coots over to Knights for the out. Shores down to second. So nice job by Leah Gallant on the sacrifice bunt. Bringing up Casey Ross. Casey is a designated player today, number 12. Coming off a serious knee injury that kept her out of the basketball season this year. Good to see her back out in action. Inside and low for ball 1 on Ross. Ashley Shores at second base. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. No score. Called strike to Ross. Count goes to 1-1. Outstanding broadcast booth here at the Lawrence High School softball field. Chairs are just the right height, just the right view. Another called strike 1-2. The smell of onions and hot dogs frying down below adds to the ambiance for sure. I could probably eat about 6 of those right now, just to be honest. Chop to second. Nice play by the second baseman. Oh, she bobbled. Nice bobble the ball, but picked it up in time to step on the bag. And Ross is retired 4-3. Nice play by the second baseman, Leah Tasker. Ashley Shores down to third with 2 outs. Leah Tibbetts steps in. Leah's playing first base today. Where's number 8? Line drive up the middle, base hit, and the Bulldogs draw first blood. Shores scores on the RBI single off the bat of Tibbetts. Bobbled by the center fielder, but Tibbetts remains at first base, so the Bulldogs draw first blood. In steps Natalie Garage. She is the second baseman today, number 10. Chop back to the mound. And Cooch steps in, throws the nice for the out. And that retires the side for Lawrence, but the Bulldogs do come up with a run on 2 hits. And after 2 complete, it is 1-0 Lawrence, and we will be right back.
Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com.
And we are back. Scott Ballard with you from the Chase Toys Incorporated broadcasting booth here at Lawrence High School on an 85-degree sunny Wednesday afternoon. Doesn't get a whole lot better than this. We got a nice little breeze blowing in. I think it's very gently blowing the smell of the hot dogs and onions from the concession stand directly below us up into the broadcast booth. That's beside the point. Here we are, top of the third. Lawrence ahead 1-0. Head coach Joe Marcoux must be pretty happy with what he's seen so far out of his Bulldog squad. Williams getting ahead of hitters. In steps Reese Moulton. Reese playing right field today, number 2. Popped foul. And out of play off the dugout roof. Joe Marcoux issuing some instructions for his first baseman. Leah Tibbetts. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2 on Reese Moulton. Again, nice job by Williams getting ahead of the hitters. Pitching ahead. Now she'll see if she can nibble and get it to Chase. Ball is up high a little bit. 1-2. A lot of activity here at Lawrence High School at the moment. We got the track team practicing. I'm watching some of the hurdlers practice. Foul back. Count remains 1-2. We also got a javelin going on outside the center field fence. Foul back. Count remains 1-2. If I'd run track, I probably would have been the javelin catcher. That probably would have been my position. I got a little chuckle out of Gage on that one. Ball high. Count goes to 2-2. That's a risky position, though. My season probably would have been cut short. Line drive up the middle. Base hit. And Moulton reaches on the leadoff single here in the top of the third. We'll see how the Bulldogs defense responds. Number 9 hitter, Natalie Nickerson. Number 22, the designated player, steps in. Bulldogs expecting a bunt. And they're going to get it. Nope, ball high. 1-0. Count on Nickerson. Corners in, expecting that bunt. Williams with the 1-0 delivery. Popped up. Just out of the reach of third baseman Natalie Pelletier. Good hustle. Just tipped off the end of her glove. Well, now we get some pole vaulting going on down there as well. Lawrence has the outstanding pole vaulter Carter Grenier, student of mine. Very smart young man. That's a ball high. 2-1. Runner Moulton off first base with a leadoff single today. Pitch to Nickerson, swing and a miss. Runs the count to 2-2. Here in the top of the third inning. Bulldogs ahead 1-0. Fast moving game. Pitch from Williams. Strike called. Inside part of the plate. And Nickerson goes down on strikes for the first out of the third. And we are back to the top of the order with the pitcher Hallie Coots. Coots doing a nice job on the mound today. Trying to help her cause at the plate. Pitch from Williams a little outside. Moulton takes a big lead off first after that delivery. Count goes to 1-0. 1-0 on Coots. Again, Tibbetts, the first baseman, is way in, expecting bunt here. And I'm not sure she's going to see it. That's a ball high, 2-0, the count. Well, cat and mouse game going on here between old-time friends McClellan and Marcoux, the head coaches. Just outside, 3-0 to the leadoff hitter, Coots. Williams delivery. Strike. Called strike 3-1, the count. Still in Coots' favor. She'll certainly be selective here. Moulton the runner at first. Here in the top of the third. And there's the bunt. Stayed fair. Pelletier picks it up and has no play. As a bunt single for Coots. And the Warriors have a little something cooking here. Runners at first and second here in the top of the third with 1 out. Coots 2 for 2 on the day. Kenzie Watson popped to second her first time up. Steps into the box. Reagan King waits on deck. Oh, a deep drive. Crushed to left field. And that is gone. That's a home run. Absolutely smoked by Mackenzie Watson. A rocket off the bat of Watson, the number 2 hitter. And that's going to clear the bases. Nice piece of hitting by Watson. She got every bit of that softball. She crushed it. And that puts the Warriors on top 3-1. An early bid for the play of the game from Mackenzie Watson. So at that is a little bit of excitement. Reagan King steps in. Reagan's playing center field. Grounded back to the pitcher in the first inning. Called strike. 0-1 the count. That's up for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Again, a little excitement from the ball. Softball was charged off the bat of Mackenzie Watson. No doubter, that would clear the fence by a considerable margin. Just misses. Count goes to 2-1 on King. Ball high. 3-1 the count. That's ball 4, a little bit low. And Reagan King reaches first. The base is on ball. That is Runner at first, 1 out here in the top of the third. 3-1 Nokomis. Annie Nice steps in, and he's playing first base today. She also grounded back to the pitcher last time up. Ashley Shores fires down to second on the steal, and she's out. Did not slide. Probably thought she had it made. Great throw by Shores. J.C. Elkins with the tag. And King is erased on the caught stealing. 2-6. Pitcher's called a ball. Count goes to 1-0 on Nice. Base is now empty. 2 down. 2-0. See how Williams and the Bulldogs respond to that 3-run home run. Another deep drive to left. And that is over the head of the left fielder, Tibbetts. Throw comes into third. A double for Annie Nice. Nice piece of hitting there. Ball carrying to left field for sure. The wind is blowing that way slightly. There is a little breeze here. It is blowing out to left. Although that blast off Mackenzie Watson's bat was going to go out anyway. So Warriors not done yet with this inning. Runner at second base. 2 down. That brings up Tasker, the second baseman. She struck out her first time up. It's outside for ball 1. Bulldogs really want to keep this runner from scoring. Called strike. Count goes to 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Williams certainly looking for the strikeout here to end this threat. Popped up. Waiting for somebody to take charge, and it falls. Lawrence looked very uncertain on that one on defense between Guard, Elkins, and Provost. They all kind of looked at each other a little bit. And that drops. And the run will score. Annie Nice scoring the 4th run for the Warriors. And Tasker now at first base. Menard steps in. She struck out in the second inning. She struck out. 1-0 the count on Menard. So that is a unfortunate run on a pop-up that should have ended the inning. But that does make the score Nokomis 4 and Lawrence 1 here in the third. Fouled back. 1-1 the count on the third baseman Menard. Bulldogs will have their work cut out for him. Coots doing a nice job on the mound. Foul tipped. Not much is going to hurt Ashley Shores back there. She's a pretty tough kid. Pretty much made to play the catcher position, even though she is left-handed. Pitch just misses up a little high. 2-2 the count on Menard. Scott Ballard and Gage Johnson here with you at Lawrence High School on this beautiful Wednesday. Strike 3. Menard goes down via the strikeout, and that will end that inning. But the Warriors come up with 4 big runs. And as we head to the bottom of the third, 4-1 Nokomis. We'll see what the Bulldogs have in response. They're going to bring their 9-1-2 hitters to the plate. And again, what is a big game for the Bulldogs, fighting for heel points in a playoff position. They have won 4 out of the 5 of the last games, looking to make that 5 of 6, but they got their work cut out for them as we head to the bottom of the third. Once again, our instant replay today is brought to you by Dirigo Veterinary Care, intimate caring and cutting-edge facilities for all your pet care needs. Dirigo Veterinary Care on 14 Commons Drive, Waterville, right next to Starbucks, or online at dirigovet.com. Epic View Studios has sponsorship space available for this broadcast. If you're looking to attract more customers, hire employees, or create awareness for your business, we can help. There are thousands of viewers just like you who watch sports here on Epic View Studios. Get your ad on TV. Call Brian at 207-631-8870 or email him at brian@epicviewstudios.com. Reddington Fairview General Hospital is a local independent critical access hospital providing quality comprehensive healthcare services. Located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan. Learn more at rfgh.net. Coots finishes her warm-up tosses. Haley Getchels fires down to second, and the Bulldogs will send J.C. Elkins, a shortstop, to the plate to lead off here in the bottom of the third. Bulldogs looking for a little spark on offense to answer that 4-run inning. That's a ball low. Gets by the catcher, Haley Getchell. 1-0. So important to get that leadoff batter on. Down 4-1. And the pitch chopped foul at the plate. Count goes to 1-1. Catcher retrieves it, fires it back to Coots. Count is 1-1 on Elkins. Elkins the shortstop today. And just a beautiful afternoon for softball. Ground ball to short. Out at first. Close play at first base. Mackenzie Watson fires over to nice for the out. And Elkins goes down 6-3 here to lead off the bottom of the third. We're back to the top of the order. Pitcher Aaliyah Williams steps in. Leah struck out to lead off the inning in the first inning. One down here, bottom of the third. Strike on the outside power. 0-1 quickly on Williams. Williams hopes she gets that call. We go back for the top of the fourth. Fouled out of play. Count goes quickly. 0-2 on Williams. Coots has consistently done a nice job all day getting ahead of the hitters. And the 0-2 delivery from Coots is up and away. Count goes to 1-2 on Williams. Ball retrieved by the catcher Haley Getchell. Speaking of catchers, my niece Taylor Duraps plays for the Nokomis Warriors middle school team. Outstanding catcher. She's got a great high school future ahead of her. Coach J.D. McClellan certainly be happy to have her on the roster here in the coming years. Most of all, she really truly loves the game, which is great to see. Pitch is fouled back. Count 1-2 on the pitcher Williams. Bulldogs looking for a little rally to answer that 3-run homer from Mackenzie Watson. And it isn't going to start right there as Williams strikes out. Quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Natalie Pelletier, the third baseman, steps in. Natalie struck out in the first. Coots has done a really nice job here today, just allowing a couple of hits, both in the second that did lead to a run. Foul back. Rattling umpire Dick Dwyer's cage just a little bit. He's a tough guy, though. I know Dick pretty well. Good man. Keeps trying to get me to an umpire, but I think I'll pass. This is more fun. 0-1 on Pelletier. Dwyer able to dodge that one. Pelletier quickly down 0-2. Again, all day long, Coots has been ahead of the hitters. 0-1, 0-2, 1-2. And then she does a really nice job of trying to hit a corner. We'll see what she does here. She's been going up and away quite a bit on that 0-2. See what she does here. That was down. One hopper. Stopped by the catcher Getchell. 1-2 the count on Pelletier. See if Provost can hit one of her 3-pointers here and tie it up. Swing and a miss. Provost, just an outstanding basketball player. I believe she's planning to attend Holy Cross, play basketball next year. Coots with a delivery. Low in the dirt, gets away, and scampering down to second is Pelletier. 2 down, so she'll be off on the crack of the bat. Count goes to 1-1 on Provost. Breeze picks up a little bit. Ground ball to short. Through into center field for a hit. Here comes Pelletier. The throw to the plate is offline. And scoring on the play is Pelletier on the single. Advancing to second on the throw from Provost. That's an RBI for Provost. That makes it 4-2. The Bulldogs trying to answer the call. After the four-run inning by the Warriors in the top of the third, the Bulldogs answer with 1 here in the bottom. And the ever-dangerous Ashley Shores steps to the plate with the runner Provost at second base after the big RBI single. That's up and away. Count goes to 1-0 on the catcher Shores. Coots delivers. Called strike, 1-1 the count on the catcher Shores. Provost will be off on contact with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. 4-2 Nokomis. Foul back by Shores. Count goes to 1-2. This will be an interesting battle here. Shores is an outstanding hitter. And Coots clearly knows what she's doing on the mound. Great control. Ground ball to first. Nice makes the play. A nice play by Nice. And that is going to do it here for the Bulldogs in the bottom of third. But they do get 1. And after 3 complete, your score is Nokomis 4, Lawrence 2. We will be right back.
Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
And we are back. Scott Ballard with you here live from the Chase Toys Incorporated broadcasting booth at Lawrence High School. Here today with Gage Johnson. Happy to be here with you. Epic View Studios presenting this game here today on just a gorgeous Wednesday for softball. We go to the top of the fourth. 4-2 Nokomis. Delaney Randlett will lead off. And the pitch from Williams is fouled off. 0-1 the count. Hit by the pitch is Randlett. Not exactly what Williams wanted there. And the Warriors have the leadoff batter on here in the top of the fourth. Already leading 4-2, looking for more. Reese Moulton steps in. Number 2, Reese is playing right field today. Singled her first time up in the third. Williams pitch up a little bit for ball one. The count goes to 1-0. Bulldogs certainly want to get out of this one with no runs to keep this game reachable. Down by 2 here in the fourth. A little gust of wind pauses the action and threatens my papers here from the Chase Toys Incorporated broadcasting booth. Popped up. Williams takes charge and puts it away for the first out. On the F1. Delaney Randlett remains at first base, now with 1 out. In steps Natalie Nickerson, designated player today. She struck out in the third, her first at bat. Williams certainly helping for a similar outcome this time. It's a ball up. Shores gives the runner a look. You know she wanted to throw down there. Thought better of it. Counts 1-0 on Nickerson. Strike called. 1-1 the count. Nice pitch by Williams. And the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. Top of the order, Coots waits on deck. Count 1-2 on Nickerson. 1 out here in the top of the fourth. And called strike 3. And that's 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Back to the top of the order, Coots, the pitcher today. Again, just a really nice moment before the game. Umpire Phil Alley, recovering from a serious medical incident that occurred at a game a couple weeks ago in Winslow. Looks to be in pretty good health at the moment. I think he's still here. He was here just a little while ago. Slash and miss. Throw down to second on the steal, and in safely goes Randlett. Count goes to 0-1 on Coots. Runner in scoring position now here in the fourth. Called strike there. 0-2 the count on the leadoff batter, Coots. Aaliyah Williams desperately wanting to record this out and keep this a 4-2 game on what I dare say is the best day of the spring so far. Still hanging in at 85 degrees. Popped foul. Count remains 0-2. The runner Randlett at second base will be off on contact. And the delivery fouled off again. Coots is a tough out, hanging tough. 0-2 still. And yep, there go my papers. Thought I had them tucked in there pretty good, but Mother Nature had other ideas. I think for the time being, it's blowing the smell of the onions and hot dogs away from us, so that's actually a good thing. Little slash up the middle for a hit. Coming to the plate to score is Randlett. That is the 5th Warrior run on the slash hit by Coots. Doing it all here today. So Randlett scores on the single by Coots, and the score now 5-2 here in the top of the fourth. We do have 2 outs. Mackenzie Watson, who homered her last at bat, steps in. It's a ball high. I don't think Williams wants to groove one to her. The 1-0 delivery from Williams. It is a called strike, 1-1. Watson nods her agreement with the call. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Nice cut by Kenzie Watson, but swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Popped up. Popped back. Close play. Good hustle. Blocked a little bit blocked, obstructed view here for me on that one, but Ashley Shore's unable to make the play. Kenzie Watson stays alive. Count is 1-2. Good hustle. Those pop-ups are tough for catchers. Third baseman Pelletier was running in as well. Couldn't quite get there. Swing and a miss. Throw down anyway, even though that was third out. And the Warriors do come up with 1 here in the top of the 4th. That makes these scores, we head to the bottom of the 4th, 5-2 Nokomis. Little pep talk to his Bulldog squad. Bulldogs hoping to chip away at this lead. This is a big game for the Bulldogs today as they sit 12th in the heel points. They have been on a bit of a streak, won 4 out of the last 5. Certainly hoping to make it 5 out of 6 to sneak in the playoffs. Get to that point where it's time to start talking about heel points and seedings and all that. Coach J.D. McClellan, on the other hand, hopes that does not happen as his 7-4 Warriors currently seeded number 5 in Class B North. Looking to move up a little bit. He's got a fine pitcher. Coots doing a nice job getting ahead of hitters, hitting the corners. Doing a real nice job. Discover your next outdoor getaway at Two Rivers Campground, located on the scenic Kennebec River and Western Stream in Skowhegan. Adventure, relaxation, and great memories await. Start your journey at Two Rivers Campground. Visit us online or call 474-6482. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call the dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmaautogroup.com. Here we go to the bottom of the 4th. Bulldogs will send left fielder Leah Gallant to the plate. Leah laid down a sacrifice bunt, her first time up in the 2nd. Fly ball to center field. Nice running catch. The center fielder Reagan King on the run makes the put out. And that's 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th on the F8. And in steps the designated player, number 12, Casey Ross. Casey popped to second, her first trip to the plate today. Ball outside, 1-0 to Ross. The wind has picked up considerably. Trying to keep things together up here in the Chase Toys broadcast booth. Pop foul, first baseman, nice. Camps under it, makes the play. And quickly 2 down for the Bulldogs on the pop to first. And in comes Leah Tibbetts. Leah singled her first time up, drove in a run. Looking for a little 2-out magic. We'll score from the baseball game. Nokomis in the 4th inning, top of the 4th, leads Lawrence 1-0. As dust blows squarely in the middle of my eye. I think that was a strike through blurred vision. Gage Johnson confirms that it was indeed a strike. 0-1 the count on Tibbetts. Got a little dust bowl going. Pitch from Coots. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count on Tibbetts. Again, not to sound too repetitive, but very impressive outing for Coots, getting ahead of pretty much every hitter. Throwing strikes, and on days when pitchers throw strikes, the defense is better. Walks and errors go hand in hand. Learned that a long time ago. That's a ball. Ball 1-2 the count on Tibbetts. Tibbetts, the first baseman here today for the Bulldogs. Line drive base hit to left field. Nice job by Tibbetts on the 1-2 delivery. Keeps the Bulldogs' hopes for this bottom of the fourth alive. Natalie Grard, who bounced back to the pitcher her first at bat, steps in. Natalie playing second base today. 5-2 Nokomis here in the bottom of the fourth. Swinging and foul back to the backstop. Getchell retrieves it, fires back to Coots. That's 0-1 the count on Grard. Coots again ahead of the batter. It's been her MO all day. There's another strike, 0-2 the count. As a hitter, it just makes it so much harder when it's 0-2, 1-2. You feel you have to protect. You're not going to necessarily swing at your pitch. Ground ball to third. Scooped and fired across the diamond for the out. Nice play by Menard at third base to record the final out on the 5-3 putout. And Lawrence has one hit, no runs here in the bottom of the fourth. And after 4 complete, your score is Nokomis 5, Lawrence 2, and we'll be right back.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Ready. Freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years, and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman. Legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity, and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Scott Ballard and Gage Johnson back with you here at Lawrence High School as my papers once again blow away. Can't seem to securely capture it as it whirls around here in the broadcast booth. Fly ball to right field. Oh, off the glove of the right fielder and drops. And Reagan King, the center fielder, leads off with a double. We're going to call that a double. That was a tough play. I don't know if that's it or not, Gage. Gage Johnson trying to assist me here. Yes, that is it. Thank you very much. It managed to find its way all the way to the other side of the broadcast booth. And this is not a small booth up here. So the Warriors with a leadoff double from Reagan King. And in steps Annie Nice, the first baseman. Annie has bounced back to the pitcher and doubled herself. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1 the count. Big insurance run for the Warriors at second base. Bulldogs certainly hoping that she does not score. Williams with the delivery. Squares to bunt and a swing and a miss. And Shores down to third with a throw. And the tag is placed by Natalie Pelletier for the out. Reagan King caught stealing. Another nice throw by the outstanding catcher, Ashley Shores. She just continues to impress, doing everything right back there behind the plate. No surprise, she's an excellent athlete. So we now have one out. Nobody on here in the fifth. Popped up. Grad in. Does not make the catch. And that was a base hit on what should have been caught. A little bit of, again, possible miscommunication on the right side of the infield on whose ball that actually was. The wind is playing tricks with it. So Nice is at first base on what we will generously call a single. Tasker steps in. Tasker, the second baseman, struck out her first time and singled her second time up in the third. 1 for 2 on the day. Takes a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Here in the top of the fifth inning, 5-2 Nokomis. Ball high, Shores, quick throw down to first. Nice back in safely. 2-0 the count. Chop back to the pitcher. Force play at second on the fielder's choice. Nice job by Williams. Keeping her composure, fielding that, and firing to Elkins covering second for the fielder's choice. Nice as a race, 6-4. Tasker at first base after the fielder's choice. 2 down now. Pitch inside and low for ball. Hattie Menard, the batter, third baseman today. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Looking for her first hit of the day. Popped up. Shores throws the mask and makes the play. Nice play by Ashley Shores for the third out on the F2. Nice job by the Bulldogs keeping that runner from scoring. That's a big insurance run. There's a big difference. 3-run and 4-run lead here late in the game. So the Bulldogs, head coach Joe Marcoux providing a little inspiration with a little huddle there and seeing if he can provide a little spark for this Bulldog squad. Down 3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Right now, I think we have a pretty clear favorite in the clubhouse as far as player of the game and play of the game. We have a lot of softball left to play, but Coots has been pretty masterful on the mound. And Mackenzie Watson's 3-run homer is going to be tough to beat for the play of the game, but we'll see. Still got some softball left to play as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Again on this gorgeous Wednesday afternoon, still 85 degrees here at 5:04 p.m. I'll take it. As I get older, these winters are getting longer and colder and less fun. This was a long, cold winter. Throw down to second from Getchell, and we're ready for action here in the bottom of the 5th. See if Coots continues her trend of getting ahead of hitters. Might be wise for these Bulldog batters to be aggressive early in the count. Swing the bat as she does come in. There's an example right there. Line drive back off the glove of Coots. Fires to first. Safe. Safe is the call, and Elkins beats it out for the base hit. J.C. Elkins, who had previously grounded to short, reaches on the line drive off the glove of the pitcher Coots. Nice piece of hitting by J.C. Elkins to lead off the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 5th, and in steps the pitcher Aaliyah Williams. Squares to bunt, pulls back. Elkins steals second. Nice job by Elkins with a big jump on the bunt attempt. That was a ball on the count. And somehow, miraculously, my paper escaped out of the folder again. I think I need a new strategy as the pitch sails wide and outside for a ball. 2-0 the count on the pitcher Williams. I'm going to put my water on top of it too. J.C. Elkins at second base, fouled back. 2-1 the count on the pitcher Williams. Bulldogs looking to chip away at this Warrior lead, 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. And Coots' delivery, puck foul again, out of play. Count remains 2-2 on the leadoff batter Williams. Williams today has struck out twice. Looking to help her cause here. Runner in scoring position. Elkins at second after her leadoff single. And called strike 3. Nice pitch by Coots. And there's one away here in the 5th. Natalie Pelletier, the third baseman, steps in. Natalie has struck out and singled on the day. Looking for a big hit. Again, Coots has been pretty much automatic, just pouring those strikes in early in the count. And the 0-1 pitch. Ball in the dirt. Nice job by the catcher, Getchell. Just block that. Keeping Elkins at second base. 1-1 the count on Pelletier. Pelletier, the niece of the Lawrence varsity baseball coach, Corey Pelletier. Hard ground ball. It's through into left field, center field rather, for the hit. Nice piece of hitting by Pelletier. 2 hits in a row for Pelletier. And the Bulldogs trying to answer the call here in the bottom of the 5th. Have runners at first and third with only 1 out. And Maddie Provost, the number 3 hitter, steps in. Natalie has struck out. Maddie has struck out and singled. Drove in a run last at bat. And that ball bounced and hit her. She will take her base. That does count as a hit by pitch, even though it bounced first. And Maddie Provost trots down to first base. Bases loaded, and the Bulldogs are threatening here in the 5th. And the Bulldogs are sending to the plate exactly who they hoped they could. Ashley Shores steps in. Ashley has singled and grounded to first. Coach J.D. McClellan strides purposely to the mound to talk with his pitcher Coots on how to handle this situation. No place to put Ashley Shores, so they're going to have to pitch to her, much to her delight. She will not get cheated on these swings, I guarantee you that. Got the bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Excellent chance for the Bulldogs to claw their way back into this game. See if Coots continues the trend of the first pitch strike. Oh, that one's up a little bit. She's going to pitch to Shores a little carefully, even though the bases are loaded. Reminds me of the only time I ever saw this, an intentional walk with the bases loaded in Major League Baseball to Barry Bonds back in the day when he was on his home run tear. Strike, great pitch by Coots on the outside part of the plate. I had never seen that before, an intentional walk with the bases loaded. They thought that was better than the potential of him hitting a grand slam. Haven't seen it since either. It must have been the early 90s. 1-1 the count on Shores. Strike 2. Coots hitting the corners. Nice job getting ahead 1-2. Shores has to protect now, down in the count 1-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a big strikeout for Coots. As Ashley Shores goes down on strikes. Huge out. Now there's 2 down. Not out of it yet. We have 2 down runners at every base here in the bottom of the 5th. Leah Gallant steps in. Nice swing, fouled it back. Gallant has sacrificed and flown out to center field. Looking to get a big hit and get the Bulldogs back into this thing. Defense playing Gallant straight away. Coots' pitch. Ball a little bit low. 1-1 the count on Gallant. Absolute pleasure bringing you this game today for Epic View Studios. Line drive up the middle. That's a hit. And that's going to score a couple runs. Well, I spoke a little too soon as they had a shot at Natalie Pelletier, but she is in safely, and 2 runs score on the big hit by Gallant. It is now 5-4 on the big 2-run single by Gallant with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. 5-4 Nokomis is the lead. Bulldogs are back in it. Inning not over yet. Casey Ross steps in. Casey, the designated player today, has grounded to second and popped to first. Coots' pitch low for a ball. Want to know the count. Bulldogs looking to even this thing up. Pitch also a little bit low, 2-0. Possible Coots is getting a little tired of this hot. These kids are not used to this kind of heat for a game. Hanging tough at 85 degrees here at 5:15. Ball 3. Casey Ross way ahead in the count. Probably going to be taking here. Provost at second, Gallant at first. Bulldogs already with 2 runs in this inning. Call strike right down the middle, 3-1 the count. Ross can still afford to be selective here, ahead in the count. Little pup to short, and put away by the shortstop Watson for the 3rd out. But the Bulldogs come up with 2, and after 5 complete, your score is Nokomis 5, Lawrence 4, and we will be right back after this message.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
And we're back here. Scott Ballard and Gage Johnson with you from the Chase Toys Incorporated broadcasting booth at Lawrence High School on a sun-splashed Wednesday. Some Class B North softball. The Bulldogs have made it interesting here as we head to the top of the 6th. 5-4, Nokomis. Delaney Randlett steps in. She has grounded to 3rd and been hit by a pitch today. Ball low, 1-0 to Randlett. Warriors looking to extend their lead here in the top of the 6th. Bulldogs looking to keep them in check. That's up a little bit, 2-0. See Randlett, Moulton, and Nickerson here in the top of the 6th for Nokomis. Bulldogs will counter in the bottom of the inning with their 7, 8, 9 hitters. Not a bad scenario for Coach Marcoux to have. Called strike 3-1 the count. Williams trying to battle back. Nokomis has had the leadoff hitter on a few times today. Popped into the outfield. Dropped by the left fielder. Gallant misplays it in left field. Again, a little breeze blowing out that way, and it just went over her head. Probably misjudged a little bit with that wind, carrying it a little bit further than she expected it to. But either way, Randlett is now standing at second. We had nobody out here in the top of the 6th. In steps Reese Moulton. Singled and popped to the pitcher. Fouls off the first one. 0-1 the count. Here's Williams' 0-1 pitch. Squares to bunt, fouled off, 0-2. We'll see if the bunt attempt is still on here with 2 strikes. Oh, 2 delivery from Williams. Called strike 3. Nice pitch by Aaliyah Williams. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, Natalie Nickerson, the designated player today. She has struck out twice. Certainly Williams hoping for a similar outcome here as the Bulldogs try to claw their way back into this thing. Well, they've clawed their way back in. Now they're trying to tie it up or go ahead. It's 5-4 Nokomis. Top of the 6th. 1 out, runner at second base. First pitch is a ball from Williams. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. Swing fouled back. Just missing it was Nickerson. 1-1 the count. Steady breeze picking up here as the afternoon wears on. It's a ball high and out. Feels kind of nice. That breeze up here in the Chase Toys Incorporated broadcast booth. Pitch from Williams. Swing and a miss. Got Nickerson to chase the high one. 2-2 the count on the number 9 hitter Nickerson. Nickerson, the designated player today. Williams delivers. Strike 3 called on the inside part of the plate. And a big strikeout for Leah Williams there. 2 down. And the leadoff double, Delaney Randlett. She's still standing right at second base. 2 down now. Back to the top of the order, Haley Coots. Coots has had a heck of a day. She's got 3 hits. All singles and has pitched. A nice ball game. That was a ball. Ball 1. Want to know the count on Coots. Coots looking to drive in the runner from second, Randlett. Ashley explaining to home plate umpire Dick Dwyer what happened there. 1-1 the count on the leadoff hitter Coots. Williams delivers. Out on a close play at first. Williams over to the first baseman Tibbetts to record the out. And after 5.5, the score remains 5-4 Nokomis. The Bulldogs will send Tibbetts, Gerard, Elkins, and then back up to the top of the order here in the bottom of the 6th, which again I think is pretty much an ideal scenario really for Coach Marcoux. That bottom of the order here, if you get a couple of runners on here in the bottom of the 6th, work your way back up to the top of the order. And if you don't, and if they happen to go 1, 2, 3, at least you got your leadoff batter for the bottom of the 7th. So not a bad scenario for the Bulldogs at all. Of course, Nokomis hoping to dispatch quickly of the Lawrence hitters and keep this lead. 5-4 here in the 6th. Coots back for her 6th inning of work. Just an absolutely perfect day for softball. Our blood's still pretty thick though, so it does seem a little bit warm, I'm sure, for these players. But sitting up here in the booth, it feels pretty darn good. The first game of the year I was all bundled up. I had my hood on, complaining to Gage Johnson the whole time about how cold I was. And here we are now, 85 degrees just a few weeks later. Welcome to Maine. Coots finishing up her warm-up tosses here as we head into the bottom of the 6th. Heading to the plate for the Bulldogs to lead off the bottom of the 6th is Leah Tibbetts. Leah is your first baseman today. Leah has singled twice. Nice day at the plate for Leah. Also an outstanding basketball player on that state championship Lawrence team. Also, I understand, a very good AP Calculus student. Ball high. Subject near and dear to my heart, as I taught that course for many, many years here at Lawrence High School. Counts 1-0 on Tibbetts. Coots gets the high strike call. Not sure Tibbetts was thrilled with that one. Mathematically, I think she reasoned that was not a strike. She didn't even have to use calculus for it. 1-1 the count. right off the very end of the bat. Foul. 1-2 the count. A little bit ahead of it was Tibbetts. Paper's rustling in the wind here. Trying to keep it together. The one good thing, Gage, though, about not having any hair is I never have to worry about the wind messing it up. I have what you call wind-resistant hairdo. Foul off to the left side. Tibbetts stays alive. Counts 2-2 still. There are some advantages to being follically challenged. I don't spend a lot of time combing or my hair or in any sort of nonsense like that. Right, I haven't paid for a haircut. Gage very appropriately claimed I wouldn't have to pay for haircuts. That's right. I haven't paid for a haircut in probably 25 years. And if you actually do the math on that, I don't even know what a haircut costs for a guy now. Been so long. But I guarantee you that's a lot of money over the years. That's a ball. The count evens up 3-2 to Tibbetts. Big batter for Lawrence, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 6th. 5-4 Nokomis. Oh, ball 4. Nice job by Tibbetts. Good at bat. That pitch just missed a little bit inside. And that brings Natalie Grad to the plate. She has bounced back to the pitcher and grounded to third. 0 for 2 on the day. Things tighten up a little bit here. At Lawrence High School, Grad squares to bunt. Pulls back. On her way to second is Tibbetts, and she is in safely with a stolen base. And Lawrence has the tying run in scoring position. I believe that call was a strike on the pitch. Okay. Gage Johnson with a confirming vote for me there. The wind is now more than just gently blowing in here. It's basically howling. Foul back off the bat of Grad. 0-2 the count. Grad hoping to have move the runner over at the very least. 0-2 the count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Leah Tibbetts at second. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Nice job by Coots, snaring that, firing the first over to Nice for the out. No advancement on the play. Too hard hit. Nice contact by Grad, but unfortunate location. And in steps J.C. Elkins. J.C. singled last time up, grounded to short earlier in the game. Now 1 out. Tibbetts the runner at second. Bottom of the 6th inning. Line drive to right center field. That's going to drop for a hit. And here comes the runner. In safely is Tibbetts. Nokomis didn't show a great deal of awareness on where the play was on that one. Not sure if they just assumed she was going to score. There may have been a play there, but anyway, for the Bulldogs, that's a tie ball game. It's 5-5 here in the bottom of the 6th. RBI single by Elkins. Elkins 2 for 3 on the day. Back to the top of the order with the pitcher, Aaliyah Williams. She's had not the greatest day at the plate, but done a nice job on the mound to make up for it. Called strike. And on the steal is Elkins. The speedy Elkins into second base with a stolen base. Pitch was a strike to Williams. Williams 0 for 3 on the day. But doing a nice job on the mound, keeping the Bulldogs in it. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2 on Williams. It's a ball high. Count goes to 1-2. Just looking at the scorebook, the potential of trying to determine who the player of the game is going to be. Both teams have multiple candidates. Ball sails high, 2-2 the count. But there could be some more action to come. Well, there will be, because this game will not end in a tie. Five, bottom of the sixth. One out, runner at second. Fouled off. Williams stays alive. Count 2-2. J.C. Elkins, the runner at second base. Williams looking to drive her home and get the Bulldogs their first lead of the game. Actually, that's not true. They did lead 1-0 earlier in the game. On the pitch, stealing third is Elkins. Speedy Elkins takes third base, so she steals second and third. Pitch was a ball. 3-2 the count on Williams. So now the runner Elkins at third base with one out. Ball four is the call. And Williams reaches first base. First and third. One out here in the bottom of the sixth. 5-5 is your score. An excellent game here from Lawrence High School. Pitch is up. And on the pitch, taking second base was Williams. Nokomis conceding that one, which is not unusual in a first and third defensive situation. Natalie Pelletier, the hitter, she has 2 hits on the day. Scored twice. Fly ball to left field, fairly deep. The left fielder camped under it and makes the play, but tagging at third is Elkins, scoring the go-ahead run. And the Bulldogs take the lead 6-5 here in the bottom of the sixth. Nice play by Randlett in left field to make the out, but it was too deeply hit to get the speedy Elkins at the plate on the tag up. So the Bulldogs do take the lead. And now 2 down with Aaliyah Williams, the runner, at second. Ground ball to second base. Scooped up and fired to first for the out. So Provost is out 4-3, but the Bulldogs score a couple of runs to take the lead. And after 6 complete, your score is Lawrence 6, Nokomis 5, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
And we're back here at Lawrence High School. Scott Ballard with you, along with Gage Johnson from the Chase Toys Incorporated broadcast booth here at Lawrence High School. Lawrence just takes the lead. Ahead now 6-5 as we enter the top of the 7th inning. And Williams finishes her warm-up tosses. Nokomis has the batters up they would like to see up. They got their 2-3-4 hitters, starting with Mackenzie Watson, who homered in the 3rd inning, a 3-run homer to give Nokomis their first lead of the game. She's also popped to second and struck out. Here in the top of the 7th, 6-5 Lawrence. Pop to center field. Provost under it and puts it away for the out. Quickly, 1 pitch, 1 out. A big first out. Dispatching of Watson, dangerous hitter, on 1 pitch. And in steps Reagan King. Reagan has grounded back to the pitcher, walked and doubled. Coach Marcoux strides to the mound with some words of wisdom. on how to pitch to this number 3 hitter and how to defend. We do have a baseball score to update you on. Also in the top of the 7th, which is a rarity. Gage and I were talking earlier about the pace of game between baseball and softball, but the baseball game also in the top of the 7th is Nokomis 1, Lawrence nothing. So a couple of good ones here from Lawrence High School today, locking horns with the Nokomis Warriors. Coach Marcoux finishes his pep talk and strides back to the dugout. We have 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Williams kicks and deals just outside on King. 1-0 the count. Puck foul. 1-1 the count. Six-five Lawrence here in the top of the 7th. That pitches a ball high. 2-1 the count. Been a great ball game here today. Nokomis looking to push across the run and extend this thing. Bulldogs hoping that does not happen. Ground ball to first, scooped up and unassisted on the play. Leah Tibbetts, 3 unassisted, and they were quickly 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Lawrence looking for their second 1-2-3 inning of the game. This should be a big one. Annie Nice, the hitter, number 4 hitter, first baseman. And he has doubled and walked and grounded to the pitcher today. Count goes to 1-0. 6-5 Lawrence, 2 down, top of the 7th. Called strike inside part of the plate. 1-1 the count. Ball just up a little bit. Ground ball to the hole through the glove of Elkins at short. It would have been close anyway. And Nokomis is not done yet. They have a runner at first base here with 2 outs. And the number 5 hitter, Leah Tasker, steps in. Leah has struck out, singled, and reached on a fielder's choice. 2 down, top of the 7th, runner at first. 6-5 Lawrence, swing and a miss. Big first strike for Williams. Swing and a miss. Quickly 2 strikes on Leah Tasker. And the Warriors are down to their final strike. Been a great ball game here today. Ball just outside. Great pitch by Williams. Very smart 0-2 offering. 1-2 on Tasker. Been a real pleasure to bring you this one today. Just outside again. Williams nibbling on that outside part of the plate, or just outside of it, according to umpire Dick Dwyer. It's 2-2 the count now to Tasker. Foul ball. Tasker stays alive, remains 2-2. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Lawrence clinging to a 1-run lead, 6-5. Annie Nice, the runner at first base. Lawrence defense on their toes. Swing and a miss, and that's going to do it. Big pitch by Aaliyah Williams to finish off the Nokomis Warriors. Big win for the Bulldogs, heel point wise. That was a big win. Nokomis comes in with a record of 7-4. So Lawrence just picked up a boatload of heel points. So hopefully move them up out of the word in mind of Coach Marcoux, out of the 12th spot. Let's do our Post-game show. Today's post-game show is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company with 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire and online at hammondlumber.com. Today's precision play of the game, I don't know how you could not pick this. Mackenzie Watson hit a home run, 3-run homer in the third to give Nokomis a lead at the time. Today's precision play of the game is brought to you by Chase Toys. They have only precision brands like Polaris, ATVs, Skidoo snowmobiles, Lynx snowmobiles, climb apparel, plus Toro and Husqvarna lawn and garden equipment. See what's available on the Thorndike Road in Unity or online at chasetoysinc.com. Today's player of the game, we're going to give that to Lawrence's Natalie Pelletier. Natalie scored 2 runs, had 2 hits, and had a big sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 6th inning to give the Bulldogs the lead. So Natalie Pelletier is going to be your Hammond Lumber player of the game. Hammond Lumber Company with 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire, and online at hammondlumber.com. And we're going to finish things up here with a little Neil Diamond just to close things out. Makes me feel like I'm at Fenway Park. And we are going to wrap this up here from Lawrence High School. Great softball game today on a wonderful day for softball. And your final score one more time is Lawrence 6 and Nokomis 5. Thank you for joining us today here on Epic View Sports. My name is Scott Ballard. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of 2 recent continuing traditions. For the 5th year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the 3rd consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Reddington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Reddington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com. Chase Toys Inc., where sales and service are full throttle. Chase Toys Inc. is your one-stop shop for Toro zero-turn mowers. Large inventory of Toro zero-turn mowers are now in stock. Visit them at chasetoysinc.com. Like them on Facebook. Stop into their Thorndike Road location in Unity or call 948-5729.
Any commercial use, rebroadcast, retransmission, or distribution of the following presentation without the express written consent of Epic View Studios is strictly prohibited.
Purpose-built, adventure-ready, freedom to go further. At Polaris, we have a history of making history. 40 years, and still redefining what's possible. This is the Sportsman 570 40th Anniversary Edition. Sportsman, legendary tough.
Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity, and call Josh or Brian today at 948-5729.
Any job goes more smoothly and successfully with the right people on your team, like the people at Hammond Lumber Company, where you'll find high-quality building materials from industry-leading suppliers and get expert advice and professional services. Hammond offers timely delivery with their own fleet of trucks, with boom and forklift trucks available. For your next project, get the materials and services you need to succeed from Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Today's game is sponsored by NEL Analytical, located at 227 China Road in Winslow, Maine's largest laboratory services provider. NEL Analytical offers complete laboratory services including water, environmental testing, and analysis in chemistry and microbiology, as well as custom and standard media manufacturing services. Call NEL Analytical today for all of your testing needs at 873-7711.
A fourth-generation family-owned business, Hammond Lumber Company is proud of two recent continuing traditions. For the fifth year in a row, Hammond was named one of the best places to work in Maine. And for the third consecutive year, Hammond was selected as one of the best companies to work for by Business New Hampshire magazine. Find your opportunity to join the Hammond team at hammondlumber.com. Hammond Lumber Company, always striving to provide the best for their employees and their customers throughout Maine and New Hampshire.
Reddington Fairview General Hospital is an independent, critical access community hospital located in Skowhegan, Maine. Reddington Fairview provides quality, comprehensive healthcare services including adult, geriatric, pediatric primary care, women's health, specialty care, surgical services, and rehabilitation services. We also provide diabetes education, community health education, wellness programs, and support groups. The hospital is located at 46 Fairview Avenue in Skowhegan, Maine. To learn more, call 207-474-5121 or visit online at rfgh.net. Looking for a career in the electrical trade? E.S. Boulos Company has a comprehensive package just waiting for you. 1-866-865-5758 for more information or scan the QR code below. Central Maine Motors Auto Group. Discover the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle with their extensive inventory and expert guidance. Call their dedicated and professional sales team at 207-358-4606 or visit cmautogroup.com.